That's why Woman Indie, everybody. Either you've come here straight away to get the longer version of day 2 of 14 Days of Wayapa, or you've seen our little short promo clip that we've chucked on our page to get people to just to start to thinking about the second element that we're going to talk about today in our 14 Days of Wayapa, which is the sun. We're doing this 14 days on a moon cycle, so we've had the new moon yesterday, and we're actually going to do 14 days, which is 14 days leading up to the full moon, which is going to be a super blue moon, which is 2 full moons in a calendar month, as well. It's actually going to be closer to the Earth. I think it's about 10% close to the Earth, which will appear bigger on its cycle. So 14 days of Wayapa, we're talking about each day, each of the 14 elements per day. So yesterday we talked about the creator. I hope if you watched yesterday's video, you've had a bit of a think about what the creator concept is to you, how you connect to it. Do you have personal stories to it? What are your spiritual stories, or what are your concepts of a creator or a creation that took place to give us this beautiful earth that we're standing on? So Wayapa is about focusing on the beginning, which is the creator, but it's the second element of Wayapa is the sun. So as I sort of talked about in the shorter video today, it's actually about 41 degrees here. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I think it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, for other people that measure the heat of the day in Fahrenheit. So it's about looking at our relationship with the sun. As I spoke about earlier, how do you connect to it? Do you actually get up and love watching a beautiful sunrise? It's a great time to actually reset on a new day. Think about your intentions for the day, using that time to be in tune with the earth. I think no matter where you are on the planet, the sun is cycling at different spots in the sky. Different seasons come from that. Obviously in winter time it's a lot cooler, it's a lot colder here in Australia, so the days are a lot shorter. And as the sun starts to get higher in the sky, as it goes through the equinoxes, as it comes into summer, we've just gone through a summer solstice and we're heading into the autumn equinox, days are still very long, so it gives us more time to get out and about and appreciate Mother Earth and nature, but understanding that those cycles are really important parts of our life. So getting out and being active when it is lots of daylight, getting lots of I think one of the things that's happened, that there's these conversations around too much sun versus not enough sun. There's all those relationships that we have with the elements as to how we see that. I'd really love to see the planet and the system, the corporations, the government start to move towards more solar. I think there's some really great conversations around that. So Wayapa is about honouring all the things that give us life, but also honouring these elements and how they can actually benefit our life in a more sustainable environmental perspective. So obviously solar is a massive way that we could actually save the minerals that are in the ground, the oils and the gases, and actually start running our products or our homes from solar energy. So it's a really good way that we can actually look after our planet by actually harnessing the biggest nuclear reactor in our universe, which is the sun. Different cultures had different relationships with the sun. The Egyptians had Ra, the sun god. Stonehenge was built on the cycles of the sun. Different Aboriginal cultures across the globe built different structures, but here in Australia, Aboriginal people did the same thing with stone arrangements. There's an amazing stone arrangement not far from where we live, which is they say twice as old, probably 3 times older than the Egyptian pyramid. So it's one of the oldest stone arrangements on the planet, built by Australian Indigenous people. So our knowledge here is very old and very ancient, and one of those structures was talking about the cycles of the sun. And if you stand on that stone arrangement over those 4 times of the year, both the equinoxes and both the solstices, the sun would actually align exactly with those stone arrangements. So even our ancestors had an understanding of the seasons and the cycles. So the sun is a great, as we talk about, there's all those great sayings, don't let the sun go down on an argument. I think that's a great saying, whereas it's a good time to leave all the stuff behind when the sun sets and get up in the morning to watch the sunrise. It's a rebirth of a new day. You get a new day, reset to be the best version of yourself. And so the sun element, as we talk about in the course and when you do Wayapa, is about connecting into those cycles so the 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices. So you learn to do those movements with Wayapa. And then when you actually start to familiarize yourself with the movements, then you can start to close your eyes and visualize yourself, in those environments, whether it's in the present. Some mornings we get up just up the road here. There's a beautiful hill where we can see the sunrise, and we actually do our eyes open, doing a Wayapa session with the sun rising. It's quite an amazing thing. Or sometimes when I do it as a meditation, I visualize myself being in that place. And if you actually stop and watch the sunrise every day, you'll see it actually, move on the horizon just like it sets on the horizon. So, Wayapa is being connected in, and being connected into the sun is having an awareness of what it's doing, how it's affecting us, how it benefits us, getting that beautiful vitamin D from the sun and being healthy from that, but also having a relationship with it and not getting too much of it where you get sunburnt or heat exposed, which probably sounds like I'm getting in 41 degrees heat. So tomorrow we're looking forward to the 3rd element. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe to our channel, and tell your friends about us. If you haven't done Wayapa, we do have the online course available, and we also still have a couple of spots available for our March instructor course, our diploma practitioner course. If you want to become a Wayapa worker, we've already got 39 amazing Wayapa instructors out there starting to share the message of Wayapa with the world. So through meditation, movement and action, Wayapa is here to get us all reconnected to take care of the planet for the next 10 generations. So thanks very much today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Mōrō ka nyarabi.